to toe. Hot topic dropping knowledge straight from Chicago. And it's our point of view, so tell me what you gon' do. Drop a line, don't be lying, trying to get with the crew. Cause we be talking them facts, exposing them fiction. Man, it's so real that we be causing some friction. Probably something you missing, ain't no need to be dissing. Just relax here and listen, because we spittin' and sippin'. The Stezo Radio Show, 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 the Stezo Radio Show.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to a special edition of Stezo Radio. We got a special guest here today. But we're going to do like we always do and get to these intros. And then we're going to let the ladies introduce themselves separate. Go.
Is that because you can't pronounce my name, Stezo?
Yes. Yes. So, fellas, go.
It's DN in the building.
Wanda B. N. Dot, also known as Nemia.
Hard knock.
All right, we got Anemia.
N. Dot.
And, I'm sorry, N. Dot and Wanda B from
Good job, Stezo, though.
I just repeated what you said. From the He Said, She Said show. Where can they find that show at?
Oh, Sundays, 2 p.m. at intellectualradio.com.
Oh, okay. Well, they done came down to the lines then. But we're going to be gentle because I was already forewarned to be nice.
Oh, be nice.
I'm going to let Dean introduce this topic because I forgot it. Word for word.
And I lost it. I can't read it.
Deanne forgot it, too.
Oh, okay, nobody asked me that I remember it, but okay. I believe it. I believe it was, would women prefer to be led or equal in a relationship? Was that
Close enough.
Okay.
Close enough.
Okay, first let's define this so we don't go back and forth. Relationship, you mean committed relationship. Boyfriend, girlfriend.
I don't want you to
We
see
go
me.
together.
I don't want you to see me with the other chick.
Yeah.
That.
No. We go together. You can't have another chick.
Yes, I don't want you to see me with her. So that's how tight we are.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, well, I'm gonna let the ladies,
that's not a relationship.
Let the ladies answer that.
Yeah, I think if I spoke in general, there's some that want to be led and some that don't know how to be led and some that want to be equal. I think you're going to find types of women in all those categories.
So y'all
What do you
all
think?
over the place as you.
Well,
Yes.
I think it's natural for women to submit to a man who is naturally walking in a leadership role. Now, if I got to tell you everything to do before you say, okay, nah, what I say goes, but I had to tell you how to put your socks on today. Like, nah, bruh, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work.
So he can make the decision without
If
asking you first.
If in fact I am open and comfortable with his leadership, absolutely. You can leave me in the back and say, baby, we're going to pitch a tent. We're going to live in this tent for a year. This is what's going on. And I'm okay with that.
So Daryl, you wouldn't be okay with it, but Dexter, you may be okay
Now,
with
if Daryl was living in a tent because he just couldn't get his finances together all his life, and then he says, you're going to live in a tent with me too, and I'm a man, and just because I got balls and a penis, that gives me the right to lead, then no.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
So you said if you're comfortable with his leadership,
Yeah.
then you let him do his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say you're not comfortable with his leadership. Do you?
We're not going to go together.
No, you're already together, right?
Yeah, we're
right.
saying
That's what I was asking.
So let me finish. So, do you you just take charge, or do you put him in situations where he's able to take charge so he can become what you need him to become?
I don't try to change people. So he going to be what he's supposed to be when I get with him. I'm not trying to change people so he becomes what he needs to become. He's going to be that person. I don't think we can change people from who they are. I don't try to get with somebody and wait for him to become something. He going to be something. Or I don't think people should follow fools. So even if I don't agree, if I am with somebody that I know is a good leader, I'm going to do what he says because I didn't pick no fool. So he makes good decisions.
I was just asking because she said it depends on his leadership.
What was option B,
That's
though?
true. What was B though? I cut her off.
The B
What
was,
was B?
or do. Oh, I won't let enough. B was, or do you put him in positions to make him become a leader?
No, I'm not going to, which is testing.
No.
Essentially, if I'm putting him in positions that develop his leadership skills,
Exactly.
It's a bit of testing, but I am more prone to see women. We communicate differently. You
Tell
can
me about
lead,
it.
but you just got to tell us like, look, this is the plan. We're more detail oriented, and I learned this from my daddy. My dad is a fix the problem. I'm gonna fix the problem.
That's most men.
And then a couple months later, he's gonna spin back on me and my mom and say, "Look, this is why I chose A." But meanwhile, me and my mom are like, "Tell me, wait, what's happening? What's gonna be next? What if that fails?" We are just naturally communicating creatures. So naturally, if you leading, especially somebody, you just gotta tell me, "Look, so I made this decision, and this is why this is going to benefit us." You ain't got no more questions from me. But to make a decision and say, "Don't question what I'm doing," that won't work with me.
I'm just
But if you really lead, why you gotta need to be questioned? I mean, I can see what that could be frustrating. That I gotta be questioned. If you really leading them,
You communicate along the way.
Well, I'm just asking because I know a guy who's married. He's been married for, so many years or whatever. And what I see firsthand in this relationship is his wife take the role of a leader because he's not so much as a leader. Now, personally, I think it's wrong.
Why?
Only because, well, first of all, I believe it should be a balance in any relationship. I don't think the man should lead. I don't think the woman should lead. It should just be equal, first off. But I just think that she should be able to put him in positions to make decisions so he can become more of a leader or more of a equal to her instead of just taking charge with everything. So that's why I asked.
But if that works for their relationship,
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
it
too.
works
I
for
mean,
them.
yeah.
As long as it's not harming
It just sucks,
either party.
'cause
I
you
mean,
see
his
somebody getting taken
homeboys,
advantage
yeah,
of,
his homeboys probably
You think
think
he
he's
being
soft as
taken
hell.
advantage
I don't think. I know he is.
why?
Really?
Because she make leading them wrong.
I mean, would you like some dude just walking all over you in a relationship?
I mean, but is he being taken advantage of? Like,
Yes.
how?
People like that though. Some people.
How
like,
is he being adversely affected by it?
It's like he a kid, but he's an adult. So,
Does he complain to you all about it?
yeah, he tell everybody.
Oh.
Oh, well, see, so he like a Norbit.
Okay, dispute,
Remember,
sir.
yeah, remember Norbit was like,
You say
whatever.
dispute, sir. But
Tuesday.
but if you was to have a choice, which one would you prefer?
I come from a household where my dad leads.
So
And
you
so I naturally want to be with a man who's okay with making the decisions for our household. However, I've been single for a long time, so I already know that will probably be my biggest hurdle with releasing the control that I've had to assume as being a single woman. So I'm not the woman out here waving my flag. I'm independent. I'm independent because shit, ain't nobody gonna take care of these bills if I don't get my ass up and go to work and take care of what needs to be taken care of.
Just don't pay the bills. No, I'm just playing.
Then I'll be living in that tent in the back of the dang on house. And so it's just that I know where my pitfalls are gonna be. I need communication.
But you could get back to it though.
I mean, sitting here today, I would say yes, but I know I'll probably be like this.
So you probably
Why
got
you just
of it.
couldn't tell me? Like,
So you-
I think this is a better choice.
So you don't think you could get back to it?
I think well, not back to it, but I think I will assume a submissive role that will work for us. It may not be a classic submissive where he says and then I say okay, but it will be a fair median.
So equal.
Yeah.
No.
That was a cute way of saying.
Well,
maybe
no,
you need to
I
be
want a
equal.
household
she
where
said
he
she wanted to
leads.
lead,
Yeah,
yeah.
I want a household where he leads. I don't want the burden of leading our household. I don't want to bring children into a household where they like, Daddy soft. Let me just go talk to mom. No, I'm good on that.
But okay, but is it that you want him to lead as long as he listens to you?
No, I don't. I just want us to be able to communicate about what happens. A lot of times when guys hear the role of leading, they think that there's no communication taking place in that dynamic, and there is communication being taken place. He has the dynamics I've seen where the man is leading, there is a communication happening with them and their partner, but the final say-so comes from him. It's not like he comes home and say,
Well, if he
baby,
wrong,
pack your shit, we going to Alabama today. It's not that. It's like, hey, I think this would be a better move for us. These are the benefits. Well, what do you think about it? I don't want it to be a shared role. I want I want you to be able to say, okay, let's figure out this is what I want or foresee for our family relationship, whatever. How do we get there? Have a communication.
And do you feel like that because that's just the way you were raised, pretty much?
No, that's because that's where I am now. My dad, even to this day, my mom, I can come to my house, my parents' house, and be like, "Mommy, I want to do blah 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 blah." She be like, "Ask your daddy." So my dad they have an old school.
Right.
He's
So
still,
I'm saying, so you was brought up in that, so that's why you feel the way you feel as far as the man leading.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
I think this is just my opinion. I believe that just like many things when it comes to women, you want it when it's convenient for you.
Yeah, that's what I kind of saying.
You want to lead. You want him to lead when it's convenient for you, but then you want to be equal when it's convenient for you.
That's
Opposed
most
to
women.
one.
Yeah.
I think most men think that about women, and it's not. I think we just communicate differently. We communicate differently. I don't
kinda
want to make
sounded like
the
that,
decision.
though.
I didn't say I wanted to make the decision.
But you
But
said
if
he
you
has
say
to
if you
run
have
it
to
down.
communicate with me,
Yeah.
then you are
Communicating
saying you're not going to
isn't
get to do what
asking
you want to
me.
do
No,
without
you
Yeah,
telling me
because
No,
first.
she
communicating
did
isn't
say he
asking
still
me.
get the final say so.
You want him to explain why he's.
I want to know what
So-
we're
which
what we're
which
doing.
is nothing wrong. With
Okay,
that.
so let's say you don't agree, and then he's communicated with you. He does not agree, and then you're gonna say, "But do what you want."
I would.
Okay.
I would.
Really?
But she different.
I would.
I mean, 'cause
But
most women
I
won't.
mean,
Yeah.
I'm
I
not
would do
gonna
that.
lie and act like I'm a saint. I'm talking mad shit in the background, like this some bullshit.
So
but
he gonna
That's-
he gonna have to
you know?
deal. He gonna have to deal with the nonsense.
yeah.
That's
So
not
then
right.
that
No,
goes
but I'm not gonna put up like that's dumb as hell.
No.
The decision you made, I'm gonna let them make the decision. But if I see that is doomed for failure, why wouldn't I put my partner on game? Like that's
Right,
not a
it's-
sound decision.
There's nothing wrong with that. But I will tell you how that affects little things. That's when you get the guy that say, I was going to do this, but I didn't want to deal with the attitude I was going to get from her.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not.
No. I'm going to tell you. That's
Okay.
how that works. Like you said, you're going to be like, with the little stuff.
Yeah.
That little stuff, a dude to sit there and be like, I was going to do this, but you know something? I didn't want to come and deal with the, now all of a sudden she don't want to sleep with me for a week. You know what I'm saying? Or
I think it's the language
gonna
you
be real.
use.
I'm-
I don't think you should, in my opinion, talk to a guy and say that's not a wise decision. I try to help him think out for himself what do you think will
I
happen
think
like
that's
this?
enabling though.
See,
I think if
that's
if the
forcing him to be a
decision
leader,
is
though.
not, it's,
Not forcing them, but I'm saying, you shooting things at them.
So what do you think
but
about
that's
this?
what
What do you
parents
think
do.
if
that's
this
what I'm
happened?
When I
Yeah.
do
But
too
you-
much of that, and I'm pushing you
Yeah, it
as
works.
a mom or your dad does, now I'm being a mom. I'm not
You're not being
your
a mom,
partner.
but you
necessarily.
A
talk-
partner
I don't
says
feel
this
that
is
way.
not good for our unit, and I should be able to freely say
But
that
men
without
feel
that
like you
questioning.
saying something about him, like you talking about me. I don't
Absolutely,
make
and
us
Yeah.
therein lies where the problem is with submission. Is that
or
if
the way
I
we communicate that makes
yeah,
them.
if I don't agree with what you're saying, it does not question your manhood. It just questions that.
So why can't we just talk to
On
them
the
differently
table.
so it doesn't make them question their manhood? Why can't we choose different language that makes him not feel that way?
So I should be like, no, boo boo. You
I didn't
should
say
not.
say no, boo boo. I said say if he says I think we should do this and this. Well, what about this? I talk to him like I would anybody. Like, well,
Well, that's what I
how
said.
you?
I'm gonna throw out our
Well,
options.
this not a good decision for our family. Says something different than what. Could that outcome, if you do it this way, what if this happens? Or what if this is different than saying that's not good for our family? Because they hear then, oh, I don't make good decisions for my family. I mean, they hear it differently, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know,
Right.
you all can
In the
say
same
whether
way,
that's
we
true or not.
interpret their leadership differently. You coming home one day and saying, this is what I'm doing, beating your chest, and I'm the man and don't question what I'm saying, is a totally different
I'm never
communication.
with nobody.
But I don't
like
think
that.
that's good leadership.
That's
if
not
a-
good
if a man
leadership. You're
is
with the
saying
wrong
that.
person.
Yeah, I don't
Who
think that's
talks
good
But the
leadership.
fact of the matter is,
Yeah. I mean, it
on the
happens.
whole, it may not be around this
Yeah.
table, but
It
that's
happens.
normally how it plays out.
It
It's
happens.
not a open dialogue where we're conversing about it, and I'm saying, okay, whatever the final decision is, I got you. I may not agree with it, but I got you.
sometimes you don't even get to that final decision if your lady is giving you 15, 20 questions off the first thing you wanted to do, though. Because
But
you
again,
put your hands on it,
flipping
you know
it
what,
back
fuck
to the man, me having 15,000 questions does not question your manhood. It's just questioning the
it's questioning
the
your
task
leadership.
at hand.
No. I give you 3 questions. After that third one, you questioning what I'm doing.
Yes, you are.
And why is that?
Because your one or 2 questions, you could get all the information.
I'm
you
a
want.
teacher. I get questioned all day long. It doesn't mean that they think I'm an incompetent instructor. It's just a matter of learning. They want to realize, how did we get to this path? Are there other perspectives? Is there other ways? We are dialogue. Men are not dialoguers, and,
but
and we know that.
But you're in the role of instructor, so you're gonna get those questions
Mm-hmm.
because they know you should know the answer.
And if you are the leader, that does not mean I don't have a right to question you.
15 questions.
A leader leads.
But listen,
Question you
Okay, so
or
here-
question
I
if this decision will
totally
work.
get
No.
what you're saying, and you
So-
are correct. But
Uh-huh.
you did just say that doesn't give me the right to question you. But you just said I'm not questioning you.
Again.
Wait, what I say? I've been drinking, so what?
I don't blame it on the alcohol. No,
I've been
no.
drinking.
So here's
I've been
the
drinking.
other thing, though. A leader leads by example. So if you're walking in true leadership, most women are going to naturally submit to that.
After how long though?
No, it depends on the type of women that you picking. Now most men like the little sauce on her, gonna sit up and argue with you, hang up, back and forth. You already know from early on that you're gonna always be arguing and proving your point from day one. I know some guys that's like,
And they'll be shocked that she don't
"Man,
submit.
yeah.
Man, I can't get her to submit.
I
You're like,
can't-
you
I
ain't
can't
have her
teach
to
you shit.
submit her no way.
Right. Never had that. And I mean, and then it goes back to looking at the family dynamics. If she come from a whole family of women and she only got 2 uncles, no daddies around, nobody around,
You know what you already
you already know what you got.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we got? Because I want you to say it. So
You got a woman that's not going to submit.
Okay.
This
Yeah.
whole submission.
I agree.
thing,
They're
I'm
not
with
even
you.
taught to submit. My friends that didn't grow up with are not. Well, I can do it. I'm not even gonna let a man. The way they talk doesn't even talk like they'll ever get to that point. So I don't know why guys get in with that kind of woman and think she gonna change and do something different.
This is because I'm with Hard Knock. I would think that you all would say 50-50. I would think that, but I don't understand you motherfuckers, so whatever. But I would think
Can I
this.
tell you what I feel about submission? It winds up being 50-50. I think sometimes if you just submit to a guy and you still
You're gonna
kinda
get your way somehow.
Exactly.
But my thing is, if you and I are in a relationship, we go get a house or whatever, and I say I like this house better, you say you like this house better. I still need your help to support this house that you like less. You're willing to just, okay, well, we're gonna take the house that I like less because you're gonna let me lead. But I'm the leader. But I need your help to purchase this house.
I get what you're saying.
Which I don't say it
No.
again.
I need both incomes to purchase
Oh,
this
the
house.
income is what you're
I
talking
need
about.
both incomes to purchase the house. You like this house, I like this house. At the end of the day, I know I get to choose the house. You all are cool with that? I mean, it's
If
with
he doesn't
with
choose
no
your house?
problem.
I
No,
am,
see,
but I
so
choose
with
my
with
battles.
with my man, we would have discussed that. Hey, we going house shopping. Now I'm gonna let you see which house is yours. I'll come to the table, but I'm going to pick which house is the final say.
He
Who,
can
you or him?
No, him.
Oh.
If that's our dynamics, yeah.
Okay,
If
okay.
if that's what he's saying,
She
then
just
I'm gonna
said she
rock
gonna
with
submit
it.
to it.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to
No,
you.
I'm saying yes. I'm
Yeah,
saying yes. Like
just as long as it
if
makes
he
sense.
says no, because the plan was
I'm saying
already
you
in
gotta
place.
make
It's
sense
not.
to
It's not
you.
a
Where
last
is-
minute. Yes.
Yeah.
I am. It has to. That's just the way I'm set up.
Yeah.
It got to make sense. If our plan was we were going house shopping, before we even go house shopping, the same way people do with their kids before they go in the store. Go in the store, don't ask for shit. So kid go in the store knowing I can't ask for shit. I can't pull nothing because that's already been planned. So when we're going house shopping and you say, look, this is the plan. We're going to look at 3 or 4 houses. You come to the table with your choice. I'm going to come to the table with my choice. We'll mull over it, and then I'm going to make the final decision. Okay, baby. That's fine.
She pretty much a different breed.
She just got to make sense to me.
No, I'm just saying because most women, They ain't about that submitting
I
shit.
mean, I hear you.
Yeah.
But that woman's gonna come out. I don't know when.
It's gonna
gonna
come
come
out
out.
as
The
soon as-
woman in me is that you gotta talk to me. The man in you is like, nah,
And
I
he
don't
gonna stop
want to
talking
have
to
a
you.
communication.
That water heater go bad. See,
The
see,
communication
that's
part
your
is what's
homework.
gonna make him
as
start
soon-
breaking down.
Yeah, as
And when
soon
you
as
say
something go
you
wrong
gotta
in that house.
communicate with me and let him not communicate with you, then they start building resentment of not even wanting to come talk to you because now the
No, no, no,
communication
no.
not gonna go right. I
Yep.
think that's how it goes.
No, so
but-
how it goes is when you're
I mean,
not
from my
communicating
experience.
to me in a manner that makes sense, then I'm letting you know, like, look, this is what my needs are. It's kind of like when we talked about love languages. I don't understand this, so you got to talk to me in this kind of way. And that's another spectrum with leading. Women are different creatures than y'all. You got to handle us differently. Totally.
When do
But-
we
but not
meet
all of them
halfway
are
and
like
handle
you,
them
though.
differently so we get a different
We
result?
do most
Okay.
of the time. You do see scenarios. It's a lot of women that cater to their men.
No, but
There's
what
a
she-
whole lot of
Yeah.
them out here that cater.
Not denying that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a whole-
Now,
there's a whole lot of them that
it's
don't neither.
most of the time it's for
They
selfish
do it.
reasons,
I
though.
mean,
It's
it
to
is.
and
get
catering
the
to the
man.
wrong goofy.
Yeah.
I mean, catering to people who don't deserve catering. But yes,
I think if you with him, he deserve it.
I mean, I think that
Because
eventually
if
that
he
woman's
didn't
gonna
deserve
come
it,
out.
you
And
wouldn't be
it's
with
not-
him.
and it's nothing
So what's
wrong
that
with
woman?
So the first thing that go bad, I ain't want this house anyway. It's gonna come out.
Yeah, as soon as something the
And-
roof start leaking, you can be like,
Something's gonna come out because at the
"Shit,
end of
got
the
my
day,
house."
you are a woman and I'm a man.
Yeah, but I don't
It's
think
gonna come out.
I don't think that means she not being submissive though.
No.
But she
no,
gonna
no,
throw
no,
her
no.
jabs.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
She gonna throw her jabs.
And I believe
I'm
you
a
can-
straight shooter though.
I
I'm not
think-
gonna act funny towards you. I'm not gonna hold out. I'm too damn old for that at this point. I'm gonna voice my concerns, and that's gonna be it.
Okay, so the
I'm a Sagittarius.
20-something you.
The
What
20-something me was
20-something me is what
completely
y'all talking
passive.
about.
Was completely passive.
Okay.
Passive aggressive, where I would do shit like, he pissed me off, I'm gonna block his number and not talk to him this week, or you know, I'm gonna come over the house or you gonna come over here and I'm not gonna have sex, like little dumb stuff like that.
So it
when
sound
you
like-
sitting up there, you punishing yourself too. So I was more passive aggressive, and that's just not all women, but I realized that in myself. I was a passive aggressive 20-something year old.
So it sounds like
30-something year old,
submission
no.
comes with age. We gotta wait for y'all to get old.
It comes with
come with
well,
I'm just asking.
at
every
20
old one
something.
not gonna be submissive. They have never even been in a relationship and they almost.
But I'm
50.
saying we
so I don't think
we
you
got a
gonna
better
get it.
shot at getting a woman to be submissive if she's older.
So let me ask you this though: when you're asking about
Upbringing.
submission, what about men in leading though? So
That's never talked about.
So
though.
yeah, what gives men the privilege? Is it just having a penis and balls gives you the privilege of leading?
Give you about 75% of the privilege. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Balls
think-
mean
well, I
leader.
will tell you this. I think what gives us probably the more so of the leadership is because we live more in reality and we think logically. We make the more logical decisions.
We don't live in reality.
No, you don't.
No.
You live
No.
in TV. You live in Hollywood.
Yeah, y'all live on.
See,
That-
no,
no,
that's
but-
your
but listen,
Snapchat, girls.
No,
Absolutely.
The majority of women.
But
No.
That's about 90% of
But
women.
what I'm saying is, a lot of your decisions may be emotional. So I can't be in this. You can't be a leader if you're emotional. You have to think a logical way. You have to think logical.
Yeah.
And for the most part, women don't think logical. Unless
It's
she's
time to
by
ki-
herself.
Or it's time to catch you up in
No,
some
meaning
cheating.
no.
Then that's when they start thinking
when I
logical.
say thinking like, no, they don't even. Yeah.
What you
But-
mean by yourself?
No, when I say by yourself, because now you know some shit could come back to hunt you because it's all on you. So now you're like, oh, that don't make sense. You think before you do. When you with someone else, you do it, then you think.
So then I watched your show last week about dating younger. So why is it that if a younger woman is harder to manage, is that why is it that men gravitate towards a
The
more
people who
younger
won't
woman?
lead to follow them.
Because the older women will go out.
I'm
and it-
completely lost.
it-
I don't even
It can
know
be
what the hell I was talking
physical. I
about.
think it'd be
Yeah, it could be-
physical.
yeah.
You
just-
said that the older you get, or no.
Who said the worn out? Which one of y'all
No, no.
said that?
No.
Well, he actually
You
said
said
it was a
something
rap
to
on
the
the
extent
show.
right
He
now
told the
that
women.
the older or more experience you have, or being single, you just said
Oh,
this.
okay. You keep saying a number. I put a-
You like no, see.
you keep putting a number on it. I never put a number on it.
you said that the longer a person is single and she only has self to depend on, the more logical she is about being led. Correct?
I won't put a length on it, but if she's single, yeah.
Okay. Now, why is it though that you still have men that will gravitate towards the more
Younger.
Instagram, Facebook, is it a word? Like
Leadable.
unleadable? Is
Unleadable.
unleadable a word?
Won't be submissive
But
woman.
you're not grabbing them. They naked.
They get
that's-
they
and
get
then
grabbed.
you, then
they
you
get
grab
married.
them and then be trying to make them submit.
Yeah, but I don't think that's like a real.
I'm completely lost. What does that have to do with what I was saying? I'm lost. What does that have to do?
I'm questioning where you're picking your women.
The type of woman you're
Okay,
picking
so-
being
and trying,
picked
that's
because
why they
you're
think
saying
that
no,
way.
women don't want to be led, and I'm saying yeah, it's a full dynamic of women that are leadable, but those
Oh,
women
wait,
aren't
wait.
being selected.
You saying the ones that want to be led are not cute?
No.
That's what.
Steve Austin right in front of you. What?
No, I'm just because you saying they not the
Wait, I said women don't
Instagram.
want to be led.
Well, you said it's harder to lead women.
Yeah, you said
because
it-
we are emotional. You did.
Yeah.
I said it's harder for you all to lead yourself because I said you're going to make emotional things.
Oh.
I said the guy
Oh.
is more of the leader because you were saying what is the percentage, and he said because we
Oh,
got balls.
so you were saying
I was
leading
saying
ourselves?
more so. I was saying we're more so the leader because we think logically.
And you guys
You
don't.
think emotionally.
I think-
I said that the reason the woman may be single because she's more likely to think logically because if something fails, she thinks
It's
it
on
through.
her.
It's on her if she's by herself.
Okay.
And
I
you
think
saying
it's
that
on
they
her
do
if
that
she in a
'cause they not
relationship.
cute.
See, no,
I didn't
think-
say anything
sense.
about cuteness. You
Well, that's what I
said
took from that. You saying
No,
they're not
you-
cute.
I
I don't think all men think always. They think logical with an answer, but they don't ever think it through. It may be
That
a
may be
logical right then at that moment. You can say that's a very good idea. So then what you then have to do is, has he thought about how he can implement that
This is
idea?
true. This is true.
And that's what I more
This is
recognize
true.
from the relationships I've had and what it is about men is that they have very good ideas. Yes. And then you go, okay, well, when he ready to just jump in, it's like, well, wait now, okay, so what happens if they don't pay on the third day? Oh, yeah, okay, well, that is something I got to work out. So what if they pay on the, oh, yeah, okay, that's some, so that, yes, it was a
I know.
logical decision, but it ain't
Absolutely.
thought to the end.
This is true. But I was saying, like, if you want to talk relationship wise, I think the woman would.
Even
be more-
relationship.
But I'm
let's-
saying I think she would be more the emotion.
Do you want this house? Yes, I want this house.
Well,
Yeah, why
women
do
are
you
more-
want it? And then when they start saying, well, that basement, I can see this big man cave. Did you notice the hole in? Oh yeah, I did notice the hole in the roof. I mean,
What about the
sometimes
taxes?
they-
I think that's the
No,
exact
yeah,
opposite.
that's
That's,
the woman.
opposite.
yeah, that's the woman.
Well, I
That's the
think women
woman.
are more
That's the woman.
detailed and men are
the
not.
detail.
No.
They like things and
The
see
woman
something they
ain't gonna
want
pay
and want
attention
it.
to the technical
They want
stuff.
it.
We will. They'll pay attention.
Who
to
do you
the
hear
super-
saying
Yes,
I want
yes.
my dream house more, men or women?
Boom.
Women.
Right, and the dream house is usually big,
Have you
shiny,
talked to a
and pretty.
millennial man?
A millennial? What the hell is a millennial?
That's
man?
that new
He's
generation.
next to the woman on Snapchat.
You can't-
What's a millennial man?
Take a selfie.
That's your younger male population.
exactly. It's a new generation. It's like the
And
90s.
they are just like that. They want a dream house. They want a
They don't
dream
know no
car.
They want to
And
build.
they ask you.
They also,
And
they
even
also
some of the
build.
30-year-olds
They
are
also
like,
watch
so
this.
what's your dream car?
They also want
Where,
a dream.
where they
man.
learn that from?
They want to dream.
They also want a dream
Television.
man
No, women.
Yeah, 'cause I'm finna
Or
say,
both.
because they're women. They also want a dream man.
They
Yeah,
learn that
the
from
man that want the dream house is also likes men.
Yeah, I mean, on average, you have women that want a dream house.
Yes, I agree with you in some ways. There are women that want this. I want that picket fence. You know, that's not reality. They are more into that
Hollywood.
fantasy
Hollywood.
of what.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that earlier.
That
yeah.
about I want this. I want the house. I want a house. I want this. They have these. And then when you think is that logical in 2017, sometimes it's kind of like they fantasize because they haven't had it. They fantasize fantasize about this. Guys, I want a man that, and they will turn off other men that could be a possibility because of this fantasy. And I'm like, you're not gonna get nobody like your daddy. I'm sorry, and you don't know the whole story about your daddy. You got
Yeah,
this.
'cause he
I
was
mean,
a horrible
true.
person.
did your mother ever talk to you about what your daddy was really doing?
Right,
It's
Papa
like
was
they
Rolling
create
Stone.
this fantasy, even history of their lives. And I go, sometimes you need to check maybe back. You don't really know. Your parents only let you see. Back then, they didn't let the kids see
They saw
all
the
this
good
stuff.
stuff.
He was at the
Yeah.
bar. You
All
saw
the good
Fences. He
stuff.
was at the bar.
But
That's why you
again,
got that brother you don't know about.
your cousin that you thought was your cousin, really your brother.
Yeah, brother.
But I still haven't gotten what the characteristics of a male leader outside of balls and penis.
Yeah, they gotta have a little bit more.
I
Right?
was going with the whole thinking of logically. He thinks he lives in more reality. He thinks logical.
Okay.
So a penis, balls, and logic.
I
Yeah.
mean,
They added the penis and balls.
maybe the penis and ball makes you think logically. I don't know.
Yeah, I
it's
wouldn't know
very
that either.
sensitive,
I got
so
one of those.
You get very protective. Yeah.
If I get one, I'm gonna try it out though.
Right.
That's
That's on another show.
Wake up
that's
one day
another show.
and just make decisions.
I'm gonna start being like, I'm logical, motherfuckers. I got a ball.
Right. I got balls and a dick.
I'm ready to be
Well,
logical.
it does though, because you put your pants on a little more, safer and careful when you got balls. and
Why?
penis.
No, you actually put them on
See?
safer with a
No.
vagina.
No.
How you know? We ain't
No.
never had a
Because
dick.
you never, I've never zipped
Oh,
my
can I say
vagina.
Let's think.
I've
Let's
never
think about
zipped
that.
my
Let's look
vagina
at that.
up in my zipper.
Let's think. Logically, you want to get some pants you could just put on. You all get pants that want to have to jump in. So you got smaller pants that you can't really fit, which isn't the
I can
most
fit 'em, they
logical thing
stretch.
to think. Let's think about this.
See?
Or you just
gotta
wear a
jump in.
skirt. You just wear a skirt.
Let's stay on the jeans.
They stretch.
Let's stay on the jeans.
They stretch.
Hold on to them
It's only to entice the logical man who goes after the big booty and the smile.
But your booty gonna be
How's
big
that
in
logical?
jeans that fit without you
Wait,
jumping.
what?
Is that logical?
Wait,
What?
Wait, are big booty girls easy to lead? That's what I want to know.
They
think that's
easy to
just-
follow.
Routine.
That's true. No, I think that just come down to personal preference, though. At that point, when
But,
you're looking at the physical.
There are some people who some men choose women physically and then try to like turn it into something that she wasn't gonna be.
Yeah, but that's probably not a good leader, though, too.
So
Talking about-
are you men saying that
He had a
you
balls
wanna
and
be
he was
leaders?
logical.
Look, every man with balls and penis ain't perfect. You know what I'm
But
saying?
for the most part.
But for
Yeah.
the most part, yeah.
So
For the most part.
for the most part, men want to be leaders.
Men want to be.
So why then do we?
I don't want to be a
know.
leader.
You don't want to be a leader.
I
You said
prefer
you want to be
50-50.
equal.
I
wanna
like
be
balance.
equal. I want to be balanced.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like balance.
So you like balance?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
prefer to be balanced.
I think that makes sense.
You say you prefer balance?
Yeah, you helping me with this shit.
Okay.
It's helping financial. Is that the only thing that a woman helps you with?
No, I'm
Okay.
not saying
Don't
that.
you
Yeah,
help
I'm just
it
saying
in other
balance,
ways?
period.
I mean,
Okay.
if I'm because the household does consist if we have children.
Yeah.
You do manage these children. You do,
It's a balance.
go shopping and shit like that. Or
So
not
is
make
there
it-
an
it's a
idea that
balance.
if there's a leader, it's not balanced? Can't you have a leader and it still be balanced or no?
I don't
You
think
have
so.
a
No.
leader? Nah.
A leader has hierarchy.
Exactly.
Yeah, kiss the ring.
Yeah, basically.
Basically.
That's why I'm saying I
Oh,
think
that's the
it's
first
kind
thing
of
we
crazy.
all
I
Yeah.
think that's the fallacy of being submissive. At least how my mother taught me is that, excuse me how I'm about to talk about y'all, but I'm going to talk about it in a different, men in general. Like, it was more of not letting them, it's going to sound bad, the words I use, but this
Just
is how
say-
I was letting a
It's the
man
Stezo show.
think
think.
He
that
making
Let
the
them have
decisions.
that. Let them have that. Give them that.
heard that.
And you're working with them in a way that pushes them and encourages them.
Well,
But
that's the way you
actually
said we
wind
should be
up
doing.
getting your way anyway, or what you think is good. If you're helping them,
Yeah,
make
that's that.
the
And
decision.
Yeah,
if
that's
it
that
don't
old
work,
school
And
thing.
if,
Yeah.
and if it don't work, keep your legs closed. She said
No,
that
no,
at
no.
the
My
end.
mama ain't never.
No,
told
my
me
mama
that.
just don't cook.
My mama
dinner.
said, "Look good." My mama said, "Don't gain too much. Keep skirts on. Look good. Don't walk around the house looking shabby. Keep your hair done. Always look good." My mama and fix his plate. My mama ain't never said close no legs.
That's how I always do. Even to this day, I know when my mama mad at my dad because we'll go out to dinner and she does not bring my dad to take home and she's not cooking.
And my mother never did that.
And my daddy
Mad or
normally
not.
don't catch on until 8:00 at night when he's like,
That's petty.
Stomach
"So you're not
growl.
gonna you're not gonna cook." It's some sandwiches in there, but she'll still get up and make him something to eat because she knows my dad won't catch on right away.
So you saying they use food?
Old school.
today's
Is that not
generation,
the
That was
way
the
to
whole thing. It made till
food
the
to
way
their
to a man's heart
is
was through his stomach.
And now,
if you
and now
can't
we
cook.
now we got them using sex.
Suck his dick and make some greens.
I say give me head and leave me alone.
Ah,
Boom.
What form of leadership are you speaking of? Hey everyone, I'm late to join. Hey, Tony Brand. We are talking about, what is the topic? Do women really want men to lead? Relationship. What's the topic?
Do men really want? Do women really want men that lead, or do they want an equal?
Or do they want an equal? Do you want the man that's the leader, or do you want to be his equal? Now, this is my question. Now that women are making more, a lot of them really don't want to feel equal, not even equal when they're making more money. So what do you think about that? Is that
You said a lot of them don't want to feel equal?
they feel like they're kind of leading a little bit more when they're
women, they
making
do.
more money?
No,
They do.
I don't think. I think that is what society has pushed. That we don't want to be equal. That we want to be seen as superior. But that's just the dynamics of the society that we live in. More women are educated. More women are pursuing positions and professions that make larger figures. And so society has ran with it that, especially the black woman doesn't want a man. He doesn't make what she makes. She can't be led because she's a boss at work. And that's not, I think that's a real,
I think that's true.
I think that's
though.
bullshit.
I think that's true. I think
No.
I think the lie is y'all keep saying it's not true.
No, I think the lie is that men allow that to intimidate them from even pursuing or giving a woman in that position
because
a
we
fair
know
shot.
it's not gonna happen. If you're making 150 and I'm making 50, you're not gonna let me be equal to lead. Cause you're gonna say, "This is my money. Shut the fuck up."
That's true.
I think when it comes
That's
to
true. I don't
something
think
like
so.
that,
That's
think
why I
they-
can't be with somebody in
I
that
think they
position, because
only-
it may come out of me.
I think a person, regardless, like you said, if someone making 100,000 and let's say you're making 50, 60,000,
Yeah.
I think that only comes to play when someone takes advantage, bringing that price up if they feel
Taken advantage
if
of.
they feel like that doesn't happen to someone who say I make enough where I can take care of myself.
Absolutely.
That
I
happens to
agree.
people that can't take
Yeah.
care of it. But
agree.
you can take care of yourself on 50, 60,000.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
But
You
you
won't-
can't.
you
But
can't
you
live
can't
like
live that lifestyle.
but she knows that
and she know you can't.
But she know that you could get the fuck out and get your own spot. Like it's one thing to
Absolutely.
poke.
I think that's
you
a
can
good
poke
point.
the bear for
True.
somebody who can't get who can't
Absolutely.
move.
When you living
When they
off
don't-
of that
right.
person.
But
But
I
if you
was like-
self-sufficient off your
Yeah.
end of it,
I
then I'm
think-
cool
But
with
that's
that.
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can't live her lifestyle, so how can you tell her how to live her lifestyle?
I
Because you
agree.
can't afford it.
But if we a couple, we live in this lifestyle, and my money is your money. If we no,
Not with women.
No.
I
A
agree with what he
true-
said, only
Go ahead.
because, like a man who make more than a woman, it's like I got you. But a woman who make more than a man.
Stop right there. So a man who makes a lot of
we-
more money than a
I
woman.
said this last week. We pick women up off bus stops who have nothing, and we'll take them in.
Okay.
But women won't do that. They always telling the man what you got to bring to the table. Because
Yes.
if you ain't got this, you got to match me before I even consider anything
Yes.
with you. That's normally how it is.
I don't agree, and I don't agree mainly because of where we are with social economics between the huge gap between men and women. I think that you now have women in these, again, high paying positions that are like, shit, I want to be held at night, but I need someone who's okay that I'm making this amount of money and I'm not tripping over it. It doesn't mean that I'm coming home and making the decisions. Case in point, again, going back to my parents. My dad went 5 years unemployed.
Mhm.
We went out to eat. We did trips, whatever. My mom never made it a big deal if she was giving him the debit card or if he was taking what she made and paid for it. And he had absolutely no income coming in.
That's old school thinking, though.
And
and
No.
women aren't like that. Are you saying that's not your experience now?
I think
Hell
that women
no.
are
No,
reverting
it's
back
not.
to
No.
that because we're adapting to our
Hell no.
environment.
This is what
If we don't adapt, we become extinct because we won't have a man.
This is what I think, but of course you can answer better than I
Mm-hmm.
can. But before, I guess, whatever situation happened with your dad, he was working.
He was.
So your mom just understand he just had a bad
Absolutely.
struggle. So that's different from picking someone else who
Absolutely.
didn't
I
have
Yeah.
it.
agree.
So I'm,
If
of
you've
course,
been leading us and
absolutely.
taking care,
In
why
the
would I not
position
got
I'm
your
in
back
now,
when you've been
Right,
I'm
doing it for
definitely
me?
not picking up old boy off the block. And he ain't got shit.
See, but that's what they
I'm
talk
not-
about.
And
what
you
we
want me to
saying.
clean him up and build him up
we
and
not-
tell him he can leave?
We're not talking about cleaning up.
No.
We saying a man will do that. though.
Would you give him the chance? That was the whole thing.
I
and,
would.
and only because
I
you're on
ain't
the bus
gonna
stop
lie.
don't mean he
I mean,
has
but
nothing.
she
I
honest.
wouldn't, and
I'm
I
not.
wouldn't because I don't have any common grounds of being able to say,
But that was
this
my
is
point.
where we are.
But that was my point. A man would. So when he said,
And that's because a man naturally has an instinct, again, back on the topic of leading. So if I got to pick up from the bus stop, she's more inclined to follow me anyway.
So to answer your
Because-
question.
exactly.
That's
That's
the
based on
question
what
when
you
you said, what is
Yeah.
it about y'all that make you
Right.
lead?
Natural
That's your
instinct.
answer. Your
Unnatural
What
instinct.
natural instincts is that
Take your
Wait,
time.
no, let me finish. Is that she ain't got shit. She got to depend on me, like you just said.
So she gonna be
If
more
I
of a
pick
natural
up-
follower because she needs to
It's
follow.
not- her dependency
Her
is
dependency.
dependent on me.
Right, but your
which is
natural
what men
instinct
want
as,
to
but
want
your
to get.
natural instinct as a woman is not to even fuck with dudes that
Exactly.
ain't got nothing.
Because
that
I
means
know
you can't be a leader.
No.
Right,
He
'cause
can't
you
be
want
my
a
leader
leader.
because
Exactly.
he's not
Absolutely.
in a place to lead.
Now
for
I'm
me.
not the boy on the block. Where are our common interests? What are we
No,
gonna talk about?
Just
What?
say
How
bus
we
stop.
gonna?
Just say bus stop. Cause
I
boy
don't
on the
know
block,
nothing
like,
about him.
Now
I-
he's
Yeah,
selling
that's kinda
dope.
messed up.
and-
Now you can't pay the car switch and be like he's the boy on the bus stop, but he's got his shit together. You just said he ain't got shit.
No.
No, we saying
Yeah.
bus stop.
Let's put it,
we
let's put
saying
it like
bus
this.
stop.
Let's put it like this.
He just don't
We
have
not
a car?
We not talking about the.
We got Uber.
Like he
What
got
we-
cricket and he got a bus.
We not
No.
talking
And
about.
he live in his mama basement.
We not about
Not
talking about
right,
a dude that's
right.
playing PlayStation all day.
Right.
We talking about a dude that got a studio.
He just
one
may not
bedroom.
make as much.
We talking
I'm
about
good
him,
with
right.
that. I'm good with
Okay.
that because I realized
So you can pick him up off the bus stop.
I doubt it.
I've
I
dated
doubt
a
it,
man
too.
who didn't have a fucking car.
No. I'm just
What's
saying,
so wrong
but-
with not having a car?
No, what I'm saying because we're
Like,
right
can you
now.
believe it?
Right now we picked up the material shit. We y'all brought it to the table. She was on the bus stop because she ain't got a car. So if we're talking material stuff in regards to what he has and what he does not have, I'm saying you can absolutely not have everything I have, and I'm not going to let that
Everything
make
you
me
don't
judge
have
you.
or nothing of
Well,
what you
well,
have.
once again, that's her. But the majority of women, like I said, they want you to match what they have, or you need to be making
you gotta
more.
take care of yourself.
That's
for
what
me.
I think.
You know.
And I think that's
Yourself.
where the disconnect of communicating comes in.
Because,
Because
I mean-
women are on the sideline saying, I don't mind. If he's working, we got this. I got you. If you got a good work ethic, you want to have fun, we have shared
Let's
interests.
take you out of
I'm
this,
gonna-
Neiman.
No,
But you-
I'm not
you-
saying
you-
me.
you-
I'm not
You
saying
don't
me.
think? Well, I know women that
I'm
will
saying-
say, "Well, he not even doing." At some
I'm
point,
saying
they say they want
no.
him, and then they start.
That's-
I'm
flipping
saying the
script.
women I'm going to put it myself out there. The women I'm talking about are all educated women. Bachelors, masters, PhD, JDs. And these women that are single are saying, I'm not taking off the plate the guy who doesn't have exactly what I have. As long as he has shared common interests, we can make this work because the fact of the matter is there's a huge shift in social economic status. The chances of me making more is just going to be
I
just that.
think they telling that when they all alone together,
Yeah.
saying that's what they want.
Yeah,
But when they
yeah.
actually get
No,
the guy,
but the guy is sitting in the basement saying this to one another that
'Cause you-
she don't want me because I ain't making. I'm not gonna even talk to her
Because
because I'm not making.
You actually
No.
got women out here on retirement plans like that dude making money. I'm gonna have his baby. I'm gonna get, with him so I
Absolutely.
can get paid off. I'm gonna catch a disease from him so I can get paid from
And you
him.
got men that got
it's,
the same type of come up
Usher
plan.
women.
I'm just saying.
You got the same guys
but
that got
it's,
the
it's
same
so
come
much
up plans
easier
these
for
days.
women, and they do it more as a come up than men do. Because,
So
like I
are you
said, men who
saying-
making more, they actually will, the girl on the bus stop, it's like, we choosing that. But a woman to see you on the bus stop, like, as a matter of fact, I had like a back and forth to work car that's, not too shabby or whatever.
It's your work car.
I'll drive in that. And I see how women look at me when I'm driving down the street, just from what they in as opposed to what I'm in. Now, when I drive my real car, it's like, ooh, you know what I mean? So, it's things like that. I mean, that's how they
Hey.
are,
Ooh.
Yeah, so
I think we have to, when guys say that really is their experience. I mean, we
And-
can't say, and I
but you
think
can't
if they
dismiss
say-
the
I'm
woman's
not
experience
dismissing
on that
that's your
half either.
experience.
Yeah.
But
we don't believe your experience of that this 150.
If
seriously,
I'm gonna
seriously,
if
we
I'm
don't
gonna
believe
believe,
it.
but if you look at the ones
a
that develop
couple.
into marriages, where the woman makes way more than the
I don't know.
guy.
But how many
And
do
the
you know
shit
that's married
works.
like that though?
The biggest person we know are the Obamas.
But he's still the president. I'm
This
okay
is
with
before
that.
he became the president.
But you being an
Michelle
attorney
made 2
is a
times
lot.
as much as he did.
Yeah, we said
Coming
the guy
in.
on the bus stop.
Right,
Now,
we ain't talking about the dude that
talking-
went to Harvard. Come on now.
Right.
But we're still talking social economic status. She had
No.
no business.
no.
in the context in
I
which
can
we're
see the
talking,
potential in
she
Mr.
had
Obama.
no
Right.
business. And that's what I'm saying. If I see the potential in you,
But on
doesn't
the bus,
matter
do
what
you see
you have.
potential? If you went to Harvard, you got a little bit more potential. Once you
Well,
tell me I
first
went
of all,
to Harvard,
people-
I'm unemployed.
In the scenario I'm in, people aren't meeting on the bus stop. It's normally
was that
taking. It's
scenario.
normally taking place online. So I'm online, and you tell me
POL.
that you don't have this. This is what you do. Blah blah blah. You're meeting across social economic gaps because it's a mutual playing field.
Maybe this is the way we can break it down. You meet somebody online, like you just said, right? More likely, the female is going to be the first one to bring up. So, what do you do for a living? You know, nothing wrong with that. The female is going to be first.
No.
Listen to me. Most
Men
likely-
ask that question more than women.
Most likely, during the conversation, even though they both have jobs, she's like, well, what do you do for a living? Not saying she's looking for anything, any particular job, but she's going to say, what do you do for a living? She's probably going to say, well, do you drive?
What?
Or do you have
They
your own
ask
spot?
that?
I'm just saying.
I'm asking.
But
Do
it's
they?
not.
Men
it's not,
ask it
wait,
too.
What you drive?
Men ask the
but
same
I just wanna
thing.
hear
no,
from
no.
what
My point
you
of
said
what
with
I'm
the women.
saying is the woman is more likely to ask that first, meaning she's basing on what she wants.
Can I say
based on
something? I
what you
notice
do.
this all the time. You only date women. So it always seems like the women doing it more. You only date men, so it seems like
Right,
the men
so our
doing it more.
perspectives
so
are
I think
different.
women,
Okay, well,
everybody
okay.
And that's
say
what I'm
that.
saying.
That
You
sounds
have to-
crazy because
Well,
y'all
let's-
don't
And that's
date
what I-
women, and y'all
And that's
don't
what I
know.
meant by you
And
have
that's
to
why I
take
think
my
it's,
perspective just like you're taking
I don't
their
think it's
well,
one
put
more
the-
than the other
Put
because
the
we don't
perspective
know.
like
I don't-
this. In the first 5 important questions, who do you think is asking about income, where you live, and what you drive? In the
In
first
my
5,
dating experience, it has always been the man because I've learned
In his first 5?
because women are fillers. I've learned how to get all of my pertinent answers taken care of without asking you directly. It is the man that says, "So where you work? What you do?
So what?
Where you live at? What you driving?"
So you just not asking it because you know it already.
No,
you got a different way
I'm
of
saying,
asking.
Nah,
I'm
women
saying I
be
know
going
how
on
to
Google.
ask questions
Type in your
without
name and then find out
it being
everything
so
about you.
stinging like they say women do. Like, well, what you drive? No, men
in the first 5, men
all
usually
summer
asking.
long, men
What
are
you
like,
men ask?
what you
What
drive?
would you ask?
In the first 5, you asking besides the whole basic name and all that. You asking why you single, are you single, things like that. I don't hear too many men asking women.
Ask your homeboys.
So I know that's what I'm saying. That's what we do down here. I don't hear too many men asking women what kind of car you got.
I'm not even talking about what kind of. I'm just saying, do you drive? That's all. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about she's look up. I'm not trying to make it as if she's materialistic.
Mm-hmm.
She just wants to know these things. Like, do you have a job? You know. So my thing is, she would date you. She's more that's more accommodating to her by knowing that you have a job
Because they
opposed
look
to
for
him.
security.
Because
Women look
him,
for security.
Not saying that he don't care if you have a job, but he's not on it. Maybe he's more, trying because he's trying to get in your pants. Let's just be real. So he don't really give a shit about your job. But you're more likely to say, well, what do you do? Are you driving?
Yeah.
Because that's their
do you
criteria
live?
to get the
Right.
pants.
You trying to get to that. But I'm just saying, not saying those are bogus questions or anything. I'm just saying that those are more on your to-do list, to find out list, more so than what the dude is. Meaning that's why we would pick a woman off a bus stop first before you would.
I understand your argument. I think what we just saying is the majority, is women who wouldn't do this as opposed to men
Yeah.
who would do it.
And
But
I think you know that
got a
too,
select
though.
few.
I think you know the
who
majority
think
of
how you
women.
think. I'm just saying the majority.
Yeah.
These women ain't.
But I
Just like you keep bringing up the numbers and the social thing, do you think a lot of women are really even paying attention to that? Or are they just trying to get theirs?
well,
Take your time.
no, I know what I want to say, but I'm saying I don't. My perspective is that there's a lot more women that are not hung up on it as men think we are.
What's the percentage?
Yeah, give me a number.
If I had to call, there's 80-20.
Oh hell.
Wait,
I'm going with
wait,
80-20.
The 80 is the women.
That's
who-
not
That
hung
don't
up.
That are not hung up on what
saying
you
eight- oh,
what
80?
you bring to
Hell.
the table.
Are y'all listening? We want y'all to
That's my
chime in. We
perspective.
want y'all to
That's
chime in.
my-
I feel you. I feel
That's
you.
the
Okay.
perspective according to Nemia.
I feel you. No, I feel
That's
you.
my perspective.
That's fine, but
80-20?
That's kind
I
of
don't think it's accurate.
Yep.
Yeah.
I thought you at least get 51-49.
I thought it'd be a 60-40.
Yeah, at least.
Well,
That's
and
pretty
here
That
and
don't
here's
care what the man has.
but here's my logic, because again, part of being a leader goes into esteem and having ego. Ego is not always a bad thing, but in order for me to contribute to that, I have to be a little underneath, which is why the guys have said, I'm pick shorty up off the bus stop. That's why when you see men who cheat,
So you saying his self-esteem
Let-
is low?
no, well, it feeds
I'm
into his
missing what you
esteem.
mean.
That's why when men cheat, they cheat down. They're not. You never hear about the guy who cheats with someone who's above the grade of his woman. It's normally somebody who they say, well, she took care of me. She listened to me. While you sitting up asking me questions about the next moves we're gonna make, asking me to communicate the
So then
decisions.
why does that
Let me
help for a guy
finish.
to be
Let
with
me
a woman that
finish.
makes
Let
more
me
money?
let me finish. While you want me to communicate the moves I'm gonna make in our household, she not gonna question shit I say. She just gonna listen.
Exactly.
Okay, daddy.
Yep.
What you want, daddy?
But if you didn't
I'm
suck-
making these greens. Is that okay, daddy?
But that's an
And
upgrade
so that-
to him, though.
But
Right, it is
that
an
but that
upgrade.
contributes to
That's an
his
upgrade.
esteem.
But
That
that's
contributes
still
to
an
his
upgrade.
esteem.
It's an
Right,
upgrade to
which
him.
is why he shouldn't go marry the woman who says, I want to be with you, I don't care how much you got, because they're going to start hitting on your self-esteem. They want to act like they want to marry you, and
But
I want a
I'm
man,
just
and I got
shocked
more
she
than you,
said
and that
it's a
don't matter.
self-esteem issue that you would pick
No.
a woman off the bus stop. Like, I don't.
No, feeding the ego. I think
It's
ego.
Well, and again, it's not a bad thing. In order for a man to feel confident, you have to have your esteem built. You got to have your esteem.
so why
stroked.
marry a woman who makes
That's the
more
person.
than you
That's just the person.
out the gate? Because that may make you not have that much
It doesn't-
self-esteem when your woman
Again,
taking care of you.
my stroking your ego, again, and what I said earlier, just because I question you does not mean
I'm talking financially. If you're making more money financially, right off the bat can be a little ego thing for a guy. So
shit,
how do
she
you
ain't-
start off the
she
gate
ain't gonna-
stroking because you got more money and you go, I don't. You said 80% of the women don't care if you ain't
Well,
got nothing.
again, the
So-
perception is she won't feed
Well, let
into
me
my
finish.
ego. The perception is the girl making more than me won't.
Well, you said he gonna
won't
go cheat
stroke
down.
my esteem.
Why he cheating down is because somewhere down the line, his ego did get a ding with
Yeah,
this
but I don't
dynamic.
think men cheat now.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
They not-
men-
they don't
men
need
Because
to
cheat
it's
now.
almost like this.
They got
If
the
you're not giving a
dynamics
guy
have changed.
oral sex, but
But
he go
she doing
cheat
it.
and some other, that's
Right,
actually
he cheating up.
he cheating up.
For him,
He don't
for
think
him.
that she
and
down
that
'cause
works.
she ain't got nothing. He don't care
Yeah.
about how much money she
But
make.
but when we went back to what we were talking about before, if you put it in numbers, if she's making more, he's making less, and he sees that as intimidation, but the other chick won't question him. He feels more comfortable. She's stroking his ego. He's giving her all the things he's
Yes.
familiar with, and not so much that I am questioning you, but like you said, I may be pushing you for greatness. I'm not allowing you to be comfortable in mediocrity. I may be saying, hey, you can be more. You said you've been wanting to do this. This is what it takes. And the other girl's like, nah, baby, you could.
Are you
You
saying
got-
that's
you
right or wrong?
good.
Because to me, if you need to push somebody to mediocrity,
Iron
you
sharpens
don't want no
iron is what
mama.
I'm saying.
I mean,
Iron
nobody want a
sharpens
mama.
iron.
I think
because
it's how
like,
you
I
do
think, like
things.
you said before, like if a man is making 150,000 and she making 50, it's our money. But if she making 150,000, the man making 50, that's your
her.
money.
That's her money.
Well, and the reason why he says it's our money, because he is more inclined to be like, I have to take care of her.
yeah, and she will not feel the same way. About
So
taking
would you
care
be
of him.
okay if I made 150, you make 20, and I say, well, I take care of us. I
No,
take
as
care
a
of
man,
you.
that is a shot to my heart.
Absolutely.
If you
But
say
you're
you
saying
take care
80% of
us,
the women want that situation.
No,
Right.
no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
You said-
I'm saying that 80% of the guys think that way. That's
Oh,
what
I
I'm
didn't get
saying.
that. I thought you were
That's
saying
what
80%
I'm
of the
saying.
women
80% of the
want
women.
would want a man
No,
who makes
I'm saying
less,
80%
wouldn't care.
of men are sitting on the sidelines thinking
Oh,
that
I
same
thought you
thing.
said something different.
That
Yeah, I
no,
did too.
if she can't take care of me, I'm a man. I'm not supposed.
Oh,
I'm
I thought
saying
you said
I'm putting our
80%
bread
of
on the
women.
table.
80% of the women you know would want to don't care about how much he makes.
yeah, you did
They-
say that.
You
though.
did say
They
that.
don't.
Yeah.
But the flip is the men are thinking like that.
Well, they should.
They're
if 80%
opening
of
the door.
Of course you will.
And again, and it brings us back to what we can never come together because we're speaking two different languages. If I'm on the sideline saying I'm okay with what I make, it's good. I'm putting it on the table, and we gonna
why
take
isn't it
care of
our
us.
money when you
But
got
the man,
100,000
but the
and he
man
got
is saying
20?
she can't take care of me because I'm a man.
But you just said the reason why you're okay with it is because I'm taking care of us.
Right.
That's
but
the problem.
That's the same reason why you would have been okay with it when you made the 150. I made the 20 because I'm taking care of her.
Right, but how come?
Because that's what a man is supposed to do, right?
Right. That's the natural.
So should I donate the rest of the money to a good cause so we can be on equal pay? Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do at this
That's what
point?
we're saying.
Am I just supposed to become a lesbian at that point?
I say
you're
don't
saying.
get with the
You
man
stuck.
who make less when you know you're gonna feel that way in the
Thank
end.
you.
Yeah.
Don't go get in this.
But
Look,
Unfortunate
150,000 versus 100,000 is a lot different than 150 versus
And what I'm
50.
saying, it's not the women that feel that way. It's the man that's saying a woman can't take care of me.
Exactly, I agree.
it's not only
So
that.
don't do it.
It's the way the woman belittles the man though when they make more.
Here, baby,
It's
dry
not-
your little
And
cock.
act like it's okay in the
it's
beginning.
not just how the man is feeling.
I don't
it's how the
mind.
woman acts.
And
That's
I
why I
say
gave you the
that's
example
some.
about the cars. It's how they treat a man when they doing better than him.
That's
All right,
their
y'all, well,
experience.
We coming up on that time. I know y'all enjoyed this on live. I want to thank y'all again. I want to thank Wanda, and I want to thank.
Anemia.
N dot.
You need a nickname. Yeah,
N
N dot.
dot.
N
N
Yeah,
dot.
I
An
want to
N
thank
and a
N
dot.
dot for joining us on this one. Don't forget, check them out on He Said, She Said, and what time of day? is that?
Sundays at 2 p.m. on intellectualradio.com.
And we out.
Stezo's thought of the day.
All right, y'all. Thanks again for tuning in, especially all our fans out there on AORadioshy.com. We trying to do a movement over here. Shout out to my man Petey Crawl, my man Lance, the author with Bedtime Stories, DJ Anton. Yeah, we trying to make a movement over here. This song right here I want to bring you is from an artist by the name of Mr. DMR. You can check him out on Facebook, SoundCloud at DMR. The name of this song is I'm Just Getting Started. If you need help finding that artist or any other artist that we mentioned on Stezo Radio podcast, all you got to do is go to our Stezo Radio SoundCloud page and check out the personal playlist we've already established and got ready for these artists, and y'all can enjoy. So, like always, enjoy this track here.
Yeah. All right. Man, battered and bruised. Yeah. Still standing way though. Fuck it. Man, I got a lot on my chest. I got a lot I need to bench press, lift it up. Wake up out in this world because I'm feeling stressed. I mean, the house isn't clean yet, look a mess. Shit, see my mom's going through the rest. And don't forget about the family bro in there. Yeah, you witness it all and try to help. Yeah, but seems like the help just falls flat. Damn. So you tell them not to worry about it, cause you know, like spinal cord, yeah, you got they back. And that's all the time, and that's a 24, 7 days out of the week, you know I'm on the road. And I'm just getting started, yeah. I'm just getting started, yeah. I'm just getting started. And I'm just getting started, yeah. And I'm just getting started, yeah. So when you know you on that honor roll, yep, I love the road. Smoke a little bit of dro, then I'm right there on the road. Gotta make moves, make your own path. Can't be sitting stagnant on your ass. Knowing life is crazy, you hear a lot of music being played. You can't stand the jazz, you hate the saxophone. But when the trumpet's blown, all you can do is learn to carry on. Yeah, while that blend plays, I just try to get it, make sure that my fam's paid. Damn, I know a nigga got a lot he dealing with, but still, yeah, he gotta deal with it, with the brilliance he's built within. Damn. And I'm just getting started, yeah. I'm just getting started, yeah. I'm just getting started. And I'm just getting started, yeah. I'm just getting started, yeah. I'm just getting started.